Hi, everybody. I'm here with my Week 2 NFL Bets video. I had an okay week last week. I lost my total bet on the Lions and Packers game. That game did not end up going over, but I won the Rams -3 bet. They ended up defeating the Texans. I think 14-9 was the final score. So those basically were a wash. And then I did lose on the half-unit George Pickens touchdown bet. Pickens did not score a touchdown in that game, so I'm effectively down about a half unit right now. Not the best, but not terrible. Checking in real quick on a couple of my futures bets. A couple seem to be heading in the right direction. We got a win from the Bengals, and we also had a really good performance from Daniel Jones, who, along with his Indianapolis Colts, defeated the Dolphins big time. I think if he keeps playing like that, he will definitely be a front runner for comeback player of the year, so fingers crossed he can keep that going. The Patriots lost, so I would not say that's trending in the right direction, but more on that a little later. And unfortunately, I didn't get any touchdown catches from Drake London last week, so he's got a little catching up to do as well. But we'll see what happens in week 2. I'm going to give out a few bets that I like for this week. I'm going to do 2 bets on the spread and 1 other anytime touchdown scorer bet. So I'll start with my spread bets. Speaking of the New England Patriots, I like them this week to beat the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to take just the money line at basically even odds, 1 unit. I think that the Dolphins seem to be kind of imploding. There were all kinds of talks and reports this week about players-only meetings. It seems like they may be turning on their coach, which is never a good sign. I just don't really see them getting it together enough to beat the Patriots. I know the Patriots didn't look great in their loss either, but the Dolphins looked way worse in their loss to the Colts. The Patriots at least managed to keep it close against what I think is a somewhat underrated Raiders team. And I just think it really feels like a must-win spot for the Patriots, and it feels like the Dolphins are not necessarily playing to win at this point. There are rumors that if they lose, it could be the end for head coach Mike McDaniel, and when a locker room has turned on a coach, you almost wonder if they wouldn't rather just take the L and move on with a new interim head coach. So I just think the vibes really seem to be in the Patriots' favor this week, even if the talent on paper may not be in that direction. I think under the leadership of Mike Vrabel, you gotta like the Patriots' chances as opposed to the chaotic situation that the Dolphins have under Mike McDaniel. So I'm going with it. Patriots, money line, 1 unit is my first bet. And my second bet, I'm sticking in the AFC East, and I'm betting on the Buffalo Bills -6 to defeat the New York Jets. The Bills had a thrilling comeback win against the Ravens on Sunday Night Football last week. I think they're going to carry that momentum into New York and or New Jersey, technically, as I always like to point out. The Jets actually play in New Jersey. But I think they're going to go in and beat this Jets team pretty convincingly. The Jets lost a close game to the Steelers last week. Their offense under Justin Fields actually looked better than I think a lot of people anticipated. But I just think that, they don't really have the talent to match the Bills, certainly at the quarterback position, and even, some of their skill positions, I think. They have Garrett Wilson as a wide receiver who's, a top-tier receiver in a lot of people's eyes, but I think beyond that, I'm not so sure that they have the horses to keep up with the Bills, and I just think they should have no problem winning by a touchdown. So I like the Bills to keep rolling, -6, 1 unit against the Jets. And my final bet is going to be another anytime touchdown scorer. It's for a player playing in the Sunday night game this week. I like Kyle Pitts at +300, half unit, anytime touchdown scorer. He had 7 catches in the Falcons' close loss to the Bucs last week. So he is becoming a favorite target for Michael Penix. And I think at 3-1, that's pretty good value that he finds the end zone at some point in this game. Tight ends are always pretty solid red zone targets and tend to get a disproportionate amount of touchdowns compared to their receptions or yards overall. So I've seen this, a few different numbers for this. I saw it as low as +280. I'm actually I see it at I'm actually getting it at +320. So yeah, even better than +300. I saw it at +300 somewhere, but I can grab it at +320, which is an even better payout. So I think that's good value. Kyle Pitts, anytime touchdown scorer, half unit. So those are my bets for the week. Thank you, as always, to everyone who has listened to my videos, watched my videos, commented words of appreciation for my content. That always means a lot to see. And as always, I'd love to hear any bets that you like for the week. Happy to engage with any criticism of my bets. If you think I've got it totally wrong, feel free to let me know. And again, if you're someone who enjoys what I do and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do. It motivates me to keep putting out these videos every week. So, hope everyone enjoys the football this weekend, and you will hear from me soon. Take care. Bye-bye.